What's up, Glow Squad? It's your girl Erica coming at you with another video. So, welcome to the month of December. For the month of December, I am going to take you on a journey. Okay. So, the month of December is going to be story time. It's the end of the year, so I figured let's do something different. Let me just give you some stories about my life, right? And whether it happened that day or something throughout my life. So if this is your first time here on this channel, everything entertainment, I aim to inspire, entertain, and it's all about lifestyle here. So if you enjoy anything of that nature, stick around as I continue to put out videos. You may find something that is very, very interesting for you, or send me topics to talk about. Anyway, let's go. So as we are discussing, as we have story time today, I am going to have story time with my pie, okay? I'm gonna eat my pie as I tell you stories. So once upon a time, I was 20, I think. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm 30. So if you watch a lot of like my videos, it's all about things that happen, you know, after you turn 30. And it's because that's the stage of life that I'm in. And so I talk a lot about, you know, being in your 30s. But this story is when I was 20. So once upon a time, I was 20 years old. And I knew I had the love of travel, okay? And my cousin had just gotten married and moved to Indianapolis, Indiana. And she, so I reached out to her, like, I don't know, social media somewhere. And I'm like, hey, how's everything going? How's married life? Whatever. And she was like, oh my gosh, it's awesome, you know, enjoying my life with my husband. But I wish I was close to family as well, things like that. Whatever conversation we had. At the end of that conversation, I ended up saying, I'm coming to see you. It was definitely a lovely trip. So we went to the movies. Me and my cousin, we went to hang out. Some days she went to work. Other days he went to work. So I was just, you know, chilling. We went to the movies. We went to hang out. She took me to this like beauty store where I got to try on things. So like it was really nice. Like really, really, really nice. For the first time, I had my eyebrows threaded. That thing hurt. I don't know. Those of y'all out there threading y'all eyebrows, y'all must, you know, don't feel it, because, honey, I did. And I was 20. And I'm not about that. No thanks. I'm good. So that was basically my trip. And then I came back home. Remember, I am 20 years old. Okay. Now, one thing I didn't tell you in the beginning of that story is the fact that I had moved away from home. I was attending University of South Florida. Go Bulls. So I was living in Tampa, Florida with no car. And I was in college. And I just went on this trip. So when I got back, oh my gosh. I thought I was going to get back at a decent like time for me to, you know, get to my apartment. I was living by myself too. Like it was just me in my apartment. So I was like, I don't make it in time. And I was new to Tampa, so I didn't know. I wasn't comfortable with anybody from the new church I was attending. It's not a new church. It's a church in my organization. It's just a different location. but I didn't really know the people like that. A couple of them, I wasn't close to them, but I knew who they were. So, but still, it wasn't buddy buddy. And so I wasn't going to call anybody to come and get me from the airport. But I took the bus, the city bus. So the city bus, y'all, I took the city bus from downtown. And this specific bus, it was bus 30. I'm going to put them out. It was bus 30. Now, bus 30, you are either going this way in bus 30 or you going that way. I don't remember as far as the areas. I don't know if it was northbound and southbound. It was something like that, or eastbound or westbound. I think it was north and southbound. I honestly think that's what it was. And so I went to see her and her husband. Mind you, I am 20 years old, and I'm not gonna say this was the debut of my traveling stages, traveling things, but it was maybe the debut of me doing it myself. Before that, I used to travel a whole lot with the church, the youth department. We went to different states for our conventions. Let me tell you something. When you're a part of a church, like a church that cares about their young people, you get to travel. A church that cares about their people, like, you travel places. You go, like, my church now, like, we go so many places, and we have churches in like a whole bunch of states, so we just go places. But yeah, so I went to see her in Indianapolis, and I was so excited to be there. Y'all, that was my first time seeing snow. Oh my gosh, my first time ever seeing snow. And I was just like, I was like a kid in the candy store. I was like, oh my God, oh. It was cold outside, but I didn't care. A Floridian. I didn't care because it was snowing. I love the fact that I was able to see snow. That was like my first time ever. I was so happy. One thing about that trip, y'all, I went on this trip with like thin jackets as a Floridian. Looking like, where did you come from? I mean, my jacket, it was cute. It was real cute. But the snow went straight through the jacket and came to my skin like the water. Once it melted, oh my gosh, y'all, I could feel everything. And that's when I was like, I'm just gonna start putting on layers. So I had brought like a whole bunch of long sleeve outfits. So I layered up because, honey, me and the snow, after all the excitement went away, oh, I started to feel that water coming for me. So I took the wrong one. I can't remember if it was the northbound that I took or the southbound that I took. Whichever one I took me to the wrong side of town. And when I got there to the last stop, the bus driver was like, ma'am, are you getting off? And I'm like, and then I fell asleep too. I fell asleep. It was like really late. It was like 11. When I caught the bus, it was like 10:30 p.m. And so it was supposed to get me to an area where I was going to get bus 2 to take me. No, it was going to take me from, it was supposed to take me from the airport. I'm sorry, y'all. It was supposed to take me from the airport to downtown. That's what it was. It was supposed to take me from the airport to downtown, and then from downtown I was supposed to get bus 12, and bus 12 goes right in front of my apartment and drop me off. But no, I had everything lined up. It was supposed to be that way. Did it happen that way? Oh, no, it didn't. No, it did not. Your girl was in the bus heading the opposite direction. So when I got there and the bus driver was like, "Can you get off?" And I'm just like, get off where? Do you see what time it is? I don't even know where I am. And he's like, "You in this area?" And I'm like, "No, sir, that's not where I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go on this side of town." And he's like, "Oh, you got on the wrong one. You were supposed to get on 30 that was going blah, 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 bound." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Ew. Okay. And so I had to ride that same bus right on back. Remember, that bus took an hour to get there. So since I got in the bus at 10:30, guess what time it was when I got there? 11:30. So then I went back to the bus station. When I got back to the bus station, y'all, they're talking about bus 12 stopped running at 11. So the only bus that somewhat is going to go to your side of town is bus 2. And when you get on bus 2, it's not really going to go in front of your area, but it's going to put you about 7 blocks down the road, and you would have to walk home. Or you can just get a lift. Girl, guess what? Child, I got on bus 2. I chose to get on bus 2 instead of Lyft or Uber because, it's 11:30 p.m. Remember, bus 12 stopped running at 11. The last pickup is at 11. So it's already gone. The only one I have left is bus 2. And who's about to get snatched tonight? Who's about to get kidnapped tonight? It ain't gonna be me. Oh, no, baby. No, baby. So what I did, I got on the bus. On bus 2. And when I got to my stop, I got out. And then, mind you, at this point, it is 1 in the morning because it takes that long in the bus to get on that side of town. Okay? It is 1 in the morning. I'm with a suitcase, 20 years old, in this big behind city. In the area that I was living in, people hang out outside. I'm sure there were drug dealings around. I'm sure things happen. Shootings, I'm sure things happen in that area. Okay? But your girl at 1 a.m. in the morning, strolling down with what? With a suitcase. Down the road. And then I saw Checkers, y'all. So I stopped at Checkers to get me some ice cream so I can feel better about myself. Walking 7 blocks before I can get to my apartment in a college town at 1 a.m. And when I said college town, honestly, I was away from the college. I was like a good 12, 15 blocks away from the college. Okay? So, about 7 blocks, walk straight down. I was so scared to the point where I was like, I had nothing on me to be like, oh, I had like weapon on me. So I was like, I'm going to make the suitcase a weapon. So I was like holding it a certain way. And I'm like, if anybody grab me, I'll just yank it that way and, get them to fall. Or whatever the case may be. But honey, I walked on down the road. When I got to my apartment, I'm talking about walking and looking back, making sure nobody's following me. When I got to my apartment, it was like, Lord, I thank you. Let me tell you something. Thanking God for making it home went to a whole nother level. Because, honey, I was shopping. Okay? Let me tell you something. I was just so glad that I made it home. I mean, I was shouting and I was all happy and stuff like that. And guess what? Nobody knew I was out of town. My family did not know I was out of town. Like, nobody knew I was out of town. I was just gone. I was just gone and hung out. So, and I was just glad to make it home. This whole thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for allowing me to make it back home safely. Oh, that went to a whole nother level. Because, honey, bobo, 1 a.m. And I vowed to never do that again. Never. Honey, I will call somebody. I don't care if you live an hour and a half away. You coming to get me from the airport. I still travel now, but guess what? You coming to get me from the airport. All right, y'all. So I'm almost done with my pod. And I do thank y'all so much for tuning in to Storytime with me. So thank y'all so much, Glowsquad, for always watching my videos and always staying on here. Make sure you follow. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment. Have you taken a trip that maybe went left a little bit? What did you do? Tell me your stories in the comment. And if you want to hear any stories about, I don't know, when I was in Haiti, when I lived in Haiti, stories, college stories, I don't know, church stories, relationship stories. Listen, find all these stories here on my channel. All right, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. I will catch you all later. Bye.